How's it going? Just in the shop today because it's cold and rainy outside and I just don't want to be out there. So um, I went out to the shed and got this back again. Got it running. I always drain it, all the float bowl out whenever I park it for a while, but it's been sitting up for a while and for some reason the gas was floating back into the air box. Even though, like I said, the float bowl should be drained and not having gas in there. So with that being said, I went ahead and took it apart. There's really nothing wrong with it. I guess it just it wasn't seating right. All works fine there now. Cleaning the air filter. I'm actually going to get a uni air filter for, I don't know. I was running the stock 400EX air filter, which was bigger. And that's over here. My brother-in-law had a 400EX for a little bit. And so I was using this air filter, which is a bigger diameter than the stock air filter. But this one's got a gap in it there, and this one's got a hole in it there. And I don't really want to run this anymore. I never have. With like the uni filter, you don't need it. I just clamp it on with the clamp there. So I'm gonna get a uni filter for the 300, and I'm also gonna work on the light because I have the lows and the highs, and I had it on a relay where lows would come on with low switch, and then when you put it on the high switch, all four of them would come on. You have to, work with wiring on that. So I added a relay, but I'll get to that there in a minute. But with the relay, I just had a external sealed relay, but I thought this thing was fancy, which it's a relay in here that's completely all sealed, but just didn't really work out the way I wanted to. So I went out and got another pigtail 4-prong relay, and I'll just get a sealed 4-prong relay for that. And I'll show you how to wire this up here in a minute. So that's what doing right now. I'm still kind of looking for new tires for this. I mean, these tires are fine, but with the 54% reduction in there, I mean, I just need to go bigger. I was running the 28 Outlaw 2s on there for a while. So I kind of want to play with this. I'll probably redo the snorkel. I might add the rear axle paddle. Might take this off. I don't know. I really don't like the look of it, but I had it from an old 4-wheeler. So this is what I do with my crank or my rear diff. Fill it up with grease, and then it just pushes out here. And then loop it a few times, and that'll keep all the water out of your vent line, all while still having your vent line ran. As you can tell, I mean, I've been some mud and water. It's not getting into the line here, and it's not definitely going to make it past that, nor is it going to get past the seals. So that's what I did with that. As you know, I don't like the clear vent line, so for the 300, I probably will go and get some of the black. Okay, so here's the relay that you're going to pick up. It's just a real basic one you can get at O'Reilly's or something. And I hope the audio is better on the camera because I got the skeleton case and now I can actually clamp stuff on and get a better picture of everything. But anyways, the yellow one, this is a 5-prong relay also, so there's going to be a yellow one. You'll take the yellow one out. The only one that's going to stay where it needs to be is the black one. So if I'm going to be holding it like this, the black one's going to be on the right. I got to put the white one down low. The blue one is going to swap where the white one is, and then the red one will go up top. So I'm going to swap those out real quick. Alright, once you finally get that done, now you can reposition it. Since I already had the connector in the bike from the old one, I only need to put in the black and the red. So snap that in. Now I need to put the connector on this. Now, of course, the way this is set up with the wires that give you the red's going to be hot, black's going to be negative. And with it just being in the battery tray there, you can just keep them this length. Alright, so actually after looking at it, I don't know why I didn't think about this sooner, but I can just use the same one that I had on there. Because what you're going to do is up at the front, there is a green, a blue, and a white wire. You want to tie the blue wire that comes with the harness into the blue lights, which I think blue is highs, white is lows. It might be reversed, but let's just say it's for the blues is high. You just want to branch into that, come on over, and then tie it into here. Take your white, tee into that, bring it over to this one. Same thing. And then do the same configuration as I said there. You got your black is going to be right here, white, blue, red. You just need to pop these out and then install my new clips. There's my ground, and then these will, like I said, go to the front, so I need to pop this one out real quick. Okay, like I said, there's your configuration. I'm gonna do it one more time. Red, black, white, blue. Positive, negative, lows, highs. Okay, I cannot find my relay anywhere to actually show how this works until I get a relay, but I'm going to explain it real quick on what's happening here. Okay, so if you know anything about a relay, it's just going to trigger 12 volts to whatever you're wanting to power up. So what you want to do is you want to take your bottom LEDs just in the grill there and then put those into the lows, and then your upper lights, your light bar, whatever you want to put on the front, you tie that into the blue, which is your high. So then what you're going to do is on the tee off there with your low beam coming in, or your low wire coming into the relay, what that's going to do is when you flip your high beams on, your high beams are going to come on, which would be, like I said, your light bar or whatever. That's going to come on as normal. But what that's going to do then is the high beam wire coming in is going to trigger the relay to turn on, which will then send 12 volts to the bottom lights. So that way, the relay is not for the highs. The relay is technically for the lows to power the lows on, because obviously a factory, when you flip your highs on, the lows cut out, and then vice versa. So what you're basically doing, like I said, is just you're powering your lows through your highs from the relay. So that's why you tie in your blue for highs, white for lows, and then you get your 12 volts through the battery, of course. And that's what the relay will do. So like I said, I can't really show it because I don't have a relay, but take my word for it because I've used it plenty. Okay, so moving on to the next little detail. You know, I said I took this carburetor apart and just gave it a cleaning. I noticed that this cover here on the other one, this tang right here was broke. So when it sits into the carburetor, this is supposed to go in there and keep the bottom part down while the screw hole keeps the top part up. I actually got it all covered up with grease though, but there's also a tang coming out of here, which is the split right there, so your throttle cable can go into the holder. Well, it might have been the one that came on this carburetor. This is the eBay carburetor. That tang and this clip right here is missing. So a little word of advice: if you get one off of eBay, take your old cover off. And what I do is I just put grease around the lid to keep the mud and water out, because it's not necessarily the mud and water that gets into this butterfly here. It's the water and mud that gets up into the cable, and that's what makes your throttle hang. But so far since I've been doing this, it's kept a lot of it out. And then also just keep your throttle cable greased up. So that's the biggest tip I can give you for that. But it is messy and it is kind of a pain to clean up, but it's worth it. So another little update for the day. I got a little taller toolbox here. Just one from work that we're not going to be using anymore. So it is a little taller than I thought. I actually thought it was just about the same height as that, but my last one was shorter than that one too. So overall though, the top of it's aligned now, and I'm just going to start transferring some stuff over into this one. I want electrical up here, probably spare parts down here, and maybe kind of get rid of some of this stuff. Kind of bring that down, like all these. And then just try to get some more storage. To me this is cluttered, but I know it's kind of not. Still got this to put up. But yeah, the 300's pretty well done. Everything's fine. It's not floating anymore. The float's not sticking anymore. Just kind of giving it a once over. I took this cap off and WD-40 down there. I mean, overall it looks decent. That's why I haven't really messed with it too much. So but yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I mean, I know there's so much stuff I could do to it, but I just don't know what. I mean, so like I said, this is about my 12th 300 or something. So kind of done it mostly all. But that's why I just kind of want to keep this thing basic. Like I said, I'm still going to do the paddle down there. But I just need to go have fun with it. I need to drive it. But I do like to kind of maintain the simplicity of it. So